Hi everyone, welcome to Sattui's One of the Month Club cookie demo. Today, we'll be making baked oysters with roasted leeks, bacon, lemon, and Fiend's herbs, an instant classic. This is going to pair well with any of our white wines from our catalog. It's a great way to show off the versatility of an oyster. Let's get to shucking. All right, so we're going to start off with half a pound of butter. We're going to take it, we're going to cube it up, and we're going to tray it out, and we're going to hold it at room temperature until it softens. From here, we're going to pick some parsley, and we're just going to give it a nice fine chop. We're going to take some serrano chilies, add a little heat to this, and we're going to de-seed them so it's not too spicy. We'll take out the ribs and the seeds. Careful not to touch your eyes. And perfect little piece. Now we're going to matchstick it out. Nice little julienne. And we'll go through and make a quick little brunoise. Perfect. That's what you want to see. From here, we're going to fine dice some chive. Next, we're going to jump on some tarragon. We're going to pick about 2 tablespoons worth. We're going to fly through it carefully. We want to make sure that we don't over-process our tarragon or it will turn black. It'll become deeply bruised. It's a very delicate herb, but it is a very delicious herb, and it is the backbone of this dish. We're going to take some leeks. We're going to cut them in half. We're going to clean them very nicely in a bowl of water. The leeks grow up through the dirt, and as they do that, they collect dirt clods within them. From here, we're going to cut off the root end fully, and what we're left with, we're going to break this in half, and we're just going to go ahead and julienne. Nice thin pieces, as small as we can get it, and then we'll flip it the other way and process it until we get small, beautiful, even dice on the leek. From there, we're going to pick some cilantro, about a 1/4 cup. We're going to fly through it until we have nice pieces of small diced cilantro. Perfect. All right, to that, we're going to add some shallot. We're going to do a cup. We're going to do a fine hachée on it. Okay, from here, we are going to take our lemons and we're going to zest them. We're going to do about 2 of them. And we're just going to microplane the outside, avoiding the bitter pith on the interior. We're going to do a full cup of bacon bits and match our leeks. Now it's time to assemble our butter. To that, we're going to add everything else, starting with our cilantro, our tarragon chive. We have our leek, bacon, our serrano, parsley, shallots, our lemon zest, and just a light pinch of salt just to season it together. Salt to taste. Nice richness to it, nice herbaceous quality. All right, let's assemble our baked oysters. So the oyster is made up of a few parts. In the front, we have the mouth. We have the outer carapace or shell. In the back, we're going to have what's called the hinge. Taking our hand, we are going to insert behind the hinge. We will pop the lock carefully, and then we're going to shimmy across the top lid. As we do that, separate out the lid. We inspect our oyster. We make sure that there's moisture in here, that it looks healthy, that it smells good and doesn't smell off-putting at all. It shouldn't smell fishy. It should be fresh and briny and taste of the ocean. We're going to remove any shelly bits from the outer shell, ensuring that what we're left with is a beautiful freed oyster. Now that we've freed our oyster from our shell, we're going to take another vessel. We'll dump our oyster into that shell, including all the liquor, and then we're going to move it to our baking tray. Setting up our baking tray, we are going to take a piece of aluminum foil, and what we're going to do is we're going to start on one side, we're going to crimp it, and what we're left with is a nice rough surface for us to nestle our baked oysters into. So we're going to take our shell, and we're just going to imprint it into our aluminum foil. All right, so we have our shucked oysters, we have our herb butter, and take about a 1/4 teaspoon, and we're going to put it on the bottom of the shell. We're going to take another spoon, and we're going to just spoon an oyster right back on top. And we're just going to add another spoonful up top. Not a whole lot, but just enough to kind of cover the top. And to that, we're going to take some of this ground panko we have, and we're just going to top it off with just a little bit of breadcrumb. That breadcrumb is going to marry in with the butter as it melts. So we're going to pop these into a 450-degree oven. All right, now it's time for my favorite part. It's time to taste what we made. So we have our lovely baked oyster. Smells fantastic. The beauty of this wine is it's going to bring out the natural minerality on the oyster, which in turn is going to bring out the natural fruit flavor of the white. Beautiful. The sweetness of the oyster, the richness of the butter, the flavors of the fiend's herbs and the aromatics, the mouth coat, all of it just absolutely sings. I bet you can't eat just one. And the beauty of this dish is that it's going to go great with all of our whites in our catalog. It's going to go great with all of our sparkling as well. Until next time, thanks for watching. Salud.